Hey guys! In this video, I'm going to share with you some tips and tricks on how to get the most out of the VideoScribe software. So the first tip is to don't zoom excessively. This could result in the software getting so slow that you will not be able to do anything. If this is happening to you right now, then there are a few things that you can do. You can either restart the app, which is only a short-term solution because after a while it will start to lag again, or you can just simply modify your scribe so that it sits between 25 to 500% zoom level, which is recommended by Sparkle. Also, I would not recommend doing scribes longer than 5 minutes if you want to have a smooth experience. I'm personally doing 5-minute scribes at max, and if my voiceover is longer than that, I will split it into multiple parts because the software or my PC, I'm not sure which one, can't smoothly handle more than that. The replay gets really laggy after like 5 minutes of animating, and I have to constantly restart VideoScribe because when you restart it, it helps and it's running smoothly for a while, but then it gets laggy again and you have to restart it again, and that's quite annoying. So if I were you, I wouldn't risk it. The next thing you should stay away from is layering. I personally use it, but I can clearly see the effect that it has. And by layering, I mean like making the scribes that were already drawn disappear by using transparent elements which you can access by typing in scribble out in the search bar. There will be around 20 pages and you will have to scroll through until you find an empty bracket. There are 2 of these elements. I personally use this one more often. But I would suggest, if you experience laggy replays as I do, that you use them very carefully and as little as you can. So, let's recap. Don't zoom excessively, keep your scribes under 5 minutes, and don't layer objects to avoid lags and laggy replays. And another thing you shouldn't do is to do large operations. For example, when I was creating my summary video, to which I will put a link down below, I got to 20 minutes of animation and it was lagging so much, and not only the replay but the whole app, that it was impossible for me to continue animating. So I was splitting it by copying and pasting small chunks of it to separate scribes. And to save time, I would cut it out instead of just copying it, because when there was less elements it took less time to load. But that was a mistake. As I selected a few hundred elements at once and clicked Ctrl+X, it didn't crash to my surprise, but it took literally forever to load. It was so slow that I even managed to load the project on my notebook, copy all the elements again, and instead of cutting it, just copying and pasting it into a new scribe. And that VideoScribe loading screen was not even in half as I finished. Another thing to bear in mind is to always check the sizes of your images when importing them. They should not be bigger than 200 kilobytes, because that is the size of the images in VideoScribe. The next thing that could be slowing VideoScribe are fonts. If you didn't do anything with fonts, then you are fine. But if you were importing them, and a lot of them, they could be totally slowing down the software. Because the app itself caps at around 2.5 GB of RAM usage, and fonts can take up a lot of that space. And those were my tips to you on how to get the most out of VideoScribe. I hope I've helped you with some of your problems and that you found this video valuable. If so, I would really appreciate if you hit the like button and maybe write a comment if the tips have helped to let me know. Thanks for watching. See you next time.